Everyone has fantasized about winning the lottery. You hold that small piece of paper, staring at the numbered balls rolling on the television screen. The first number matches. The second one matches too. Your heart pounds. The third, the fourth, the fifth, all of them line up. You start thinking about what to do with the money. Pay off every debt. Quit your job. Buy a house. Never wake up to an alarm clock again. Then you wake up. The piece of paper is worthless. You crumple it up, throw it in the bin, and on your way past the convenience store, you buy a new one. This is the lottery, the most successful business model in the world. Its customers are not forced to buy. They are willing, enthusiastic, even addicted. But if you ask any economist, they will tell you the same two words: poverty tax. This is not a metaphor. This is a precise mathematical equation. Imagine you spend $2 on a lottery ticket. The jackpot is 100 million. What are the odds of winning the top prize? It depends on the lottery, but typically it ranges from 1 in 100 million to 1 in 300 million. Calculate the expected value. The $2 you spent is mathematically worth only a few cents. Where does the rest go? A portion goes into the prize pool. A portion feeds the lottery company. And a very significant portion goes straight into the government's pocket. This is why the lottery is called a poverty tax. It is not a figure of speech. It is a de facto, voluntarily paid, regressive tax targeting lower-income groups. You say it's not a tax? Then let me ask you another way. Does the government legally force you to buy lottery tickets? No. Does the government run advertisements telling you that you are one ticket away from changing your life? Yes. Does the government place lottery outlets densely in low-income neighborhoods? Yes. Does the government count lottery revenue in its annual budget as reliably as tax revenue? Yes. In the United States, lottery revenue is one of the most important sources of non-tax income for state governments. In some states, lottery revenue even exceeds corporate income tax revenue. In the United Kingdom, the National Lottery brings the government billions of pounds every year. This money is nominally spent on education, healthcare, sports, and charity. Sounds ethical, right? But look closer. The source of this money is the poorest people, and its destination is public goods shared by the whole society. The poor are paying for their own desperation. The whole society is enjoying the tax. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is public fiscal data. Let's start from the beginning. The history of the lottery is not dirty. The earliest large-scale lotteries appeared in 15th century Italy and the Netherlands, used to raise funds for city construction. The walls of Milan, the canals of the Netherlands, some of them were built with lottery money. But what turned the lottery into a science was the government. In the 18th century, European governments discovered one thing: people will voluntarily hand over their money as long as you make them feel they might win. The American Revolutionary War needed military funds. The Continental Congress issued lotteries. Harvard, Yale, Princeton, some of the most elite universities in the world today were partly funded by lotteries in their early days. Lotteries helped build the modern world. But by the 19th century, things changed. Private lotteries ran rampant. Fraud was everywhere. Winners never got their money. Governments began to ban lotteries. But in the 20th century, the government invited them back. Because the government realized that banning lotteries was handing this fat piece of meat straight to the black market. Better for the government to collect this tax itself than let private operators and criminal gangs take it. So in the second half of the 20th century, governments around the world legalized and monopolized lotteries. The lottery became the national lottery, with advertisements saying for the public good. But if you peel off the public good sticker from the advertisement, underneath it says the same thing. Government collects tax, the poor foot the bill. This is the most ingenious part of the lottery. It never calls itself a tax. It calls itself a dream. And who needs this dream the most? Not the rich. The rich don't need dreams. They already have everything. It's the people trapped by bills day after day, seeing no way out. To them, $2 is not an investment. It is a brief escape. When you slide those 2 coins across the convenience store counter, you are not buying a set of numbers. You are buying the next few hours in which you can legally imagine a completely different life. For some people, that imagination is the only luxury they can afford. This is why the lottery will always be a perfect business. You are selling a possibility with odds so close to zero they are indistinguishable from nothing. But your customers are not asking for probability. They are asking for hope. And hope has never been on sale. Let's return to the math. The lottery's rules are exquisitely designed. The jackpot is large enough to make you feel it is worth a try. The odds are small enough that the government always wins. The higher the jackpot, the more people buy tickets. The more people buy tickets, the higher the jackpot climbs. A self-reinforcing machine of frenzy. And that ticket in your hand, its value peaks 1 second before the draw and drops to zero 1 second after. In those few short hours, the only difference between you and a billionaire is luck. That thought is addictive. So the next time you walk past a lottery outlet and see the people lined up inside, you might feel something new. They are not gambling. They are paying a tax, a voluntary, hopeful, invisible tax aimed at the poor. And the government stands behind the counter, smiling, collecting their coins.